Hi, I'm Beth Post. I'm a Board of Directors member at the Sacramento Ballet, and I'm here today with one of our visiting artists, Susan Gartell, who will be dancing Odette O'Deal in Swan Lake coming up in just a couple of weeks. Wanted to talk with Susan about her experience here in Sacramento. So tell us a little bit about what it's been like. You just got out of rehearsal. How's it been going this week?
It's been going really well, actually. It was definitely an adjustment period for me, coming from a different company. My first week, I was a little bit in shock, just because there's so much newness. There's, meeting new people. I haven't worked with Karine and Ron before, but I'm definitely catching my stride. It's been a really enjoyable process for me to dance. It's really lovely to work with these new people. To explore a lot of new things, so it's going really well.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about where you come from.
Well, I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona, and I trained there, but professionally I've been dancing with Milwaukee Ballet for the past 10 years, so a very long period of time, which is also one of the reasons that coming to Sacramento has been such a good experience, because of the longevity that I've spent in Milwaukee.
You get a chance to try something new. Literally.
Yes, exactly. As an artist, you don't really want to necessarily be super comfortable. And when you spend 10 years any place, you end up getting comfortable, which unfortunately can translate into being less challenged. So this has been a really great opportunity for me. I've been able to step out of my comfort zone, which is obviously a little scary, but I feel like it pushes you and challenges you in ways that, if you stay right in that zone, that you just won't get that opportunity.
Well, what about the role of Odette O'Deal? How familiar are you with that?
Well, I'm very familiar with it. I think all little girls who dream of being ballerinas are familiar with it. It's something that I've dreamed about doing my entire life, and I'm just really excited that I get to do it.
Have you danced it before?
I've never danced it before. I've danced Swan Lake before, but no, I've never done Odette O'Deal, and I've actually never been a part of a 4-act Swan Lake.
So tell us what that's like, 4 acts. 4 acts and playing 2 roles. For those of you who don't know Swan Lake, the principal ballerina has to dance 2 roles, the kind of the baddie and the heroine at the within the same ballet. Tell us a little bit about what that's like.
It's daunting in ways that I can't quite describe. It's also kind of a privilege because it is that thing that you dream about doing. But there's just so many facets to it. It's physically it's incredibly difficult. It's really demanding. 4 acts is an incredibly long amount of time to be dancing for anyone.
And you're in every act.
And you're not in first act. Thankfully, I think we might fall down dead if we were in. But it's still quite a bit of stuff. And then you also have, you're worried technically. These are very challenging steps. These are, things that even just doing 1 role would be a large challenge. And then emotionally, you're trying to tell this story. You're going through all this heartbreak, and you're trying to tell the audience that your heart is breaking while your feet are cramping and you're trying to rotate and you're thinking about not, so you have a gazillion things going on. So that just there's the minute you think you have something, there's something else to think about. There's another layer to go deeper. So, and I think that's why it's such an amazing part to have, because you are never done exploring it. You're never, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be the performance that makes you strive for more.
Strive for more. When we were speaking earlier, you were talking about the difficulties of literally changing character. The last time I did a penché or an arabesque, I was Odette. This time I'm O'Deal. Can you reflect a little on that?
And that's the greatest challenges is you're not only playing these polar opposites, this heroine and who's the epitome of purity, and an O'Deal who's just pure evil, but she's trying to convince the prince that she's Odette. So she can't just be evil. So there have to be glimpses. You have to tell the audience that you're evil while trying to convince the people on stage that you are pure and you're innocent. So it's even more complex than just being polar opposites. So you're trying to pull movements that you did as White Swan, that you did as Odette, and shape them in a way that can be construed as evil to the audience. But can be misinterpreted by the Prince. So there's
Wow.
it really is a challenge.
Complex. That sounds like you're the Meryl Streep on point. I mean, it sounds like a challenging role, even if it was a stand-up walk and talk.
Yeah.
But you've got to express that through these incredibly technically difficult steps.
Yes.
And make different signatures. So it's so exciting.
It is. It's really exciting. I kind of have to pinch myself just because this is, during a costume fitting, we had to try on our tutus, and that kind of hit home where I was like, oh my god, I'm really going to get to do this. And it's amazing. I wake up with Swan Lake music in my head every night at like 3 in the morning.
Speaking of the music, Swan Lake, it's a biggie. I think of it as the pinnacle of ballet. Tell the audience, in your mind, why should they come and see this thing that everyone says, oh, it's the most famous, it's the best ballet? Tell us about that.
Well, I think that it's considered the most famous and pinnacle of ballet for good reason. I think that it's kind of stood the test of time, because I think if you love ballet and if you're familiar with it, then you appreciate the amount of hours and hard work and and the beauty that you're seeing on stage. And then if you aren't familiar with ballet, if you've never seen ballet, this is an amazing one to come to, because there's so much to see. There's divertissements in these acts there that are short and quick, and they'll keep your attention. There's these gorgeous epic scenes of these women bourring and on point in these beautiful dresses. The music alone, if you just wanted to listen to beautiful music, you would probably cry when and then I think the thing that ties that all together is it's this amazingly human story. It's about something that everyone can relate to. It's about loss and heartbreak and redemption and forgiveness, and those are the things that make it universal, because everyone can relate to that. And so then you're watching this character go through that, and you're experiencing it with them, which is really touching. And I think that's what Swan Lake has. It really, if you open up, it will touch your soul.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time
my
and your
pleasure.
reflections. I'm so excited to see you dance, and I'm so excited for you to get the chance to do this, and very happy that you came to us from Milwaukee. We're happy to have you here in Sacramento.
Thank you so much, Beth.
All right. And everyone, March 26th and 29th, I believe, last weekend in March, come on down. Watch Susan and all of the Sacramento Ballet dancers in Swan Lake. Don't miss it.